Good morning, Bree. Good morning, everybody. Everybody needs somebody somehow. Everybody needs somebody to have and to hold. Until you're old. Good morning, Trent, my friend, and Rodman to my friend, and Guten Morgen, Karmatak. Good morning, Michael Patterson. There's Four-Leaf. He makes me feel lucky, and Nerdy makes me smile. Good morning. I hope you guys have had your morning sing-songs going already. Derek Anderson sings lullabies when he wakes up instead of when he goes to bed. Did you know that, Wazzy? Waz? Yeah. Derek Anderson sings lullabies when he wakes up. So, it's one of the reasons he's such a nice guy. It's an old trick, the old lullaby trick. It's like, good morning. Good morning, sunshine. I wish I could play John Denver. Sunshine on my shoulders make me happy. Where's Brock when I need him? Let's break a radio. Good morning. I love it when you guys say good mornings to each other's Laura Divine. Good morning to Laura, she's divine. And then Cleany, and then Pagey, and Wazzy. Yep, he's a fellow Halo snatcher. I forgot about you guys snatching Halos. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I completely forgot you guys snatched Halos. I would never do something like that. You guys know Pops would never snatch a Halo. Good morning, good morning, exceptionally and Trippy Vic too, Calico Kid and HB. Yeah, Karma, we're gonna get 4 to 7 inches this evening, right? And overnight. Gonna get, I gotta get out and get my stuff done and get back here by, excuse me, 3 or 4 this afternoon. Trippy Hippie, I love that guy. Good morning, Trip. Boy, excuse me. Minus 14, is that all, Bill? Wow. Well, it was the last one, Dando, the last snow was super fluffy. It was easy to shovel. It was easy to watch Brock shovel it. Yeah, I watched him out the window. Hey, you're doing really good out there. Man, you're doing such a good, all you have to do is say you're doing such a good job about 3 times. And boop. Hey, what a wonderful job. Oh, gotta drive to Holland. Woo. So looks like our friend is Karma Doc is over there in Europe. 4 feet by Thursday. 4 feet or 4 inches? 4 feet? Come on, Melody. I don't think so. 4 feet? Seriously, where are you? Where are you? Do you live in an igloo? Speaking of where you are, quickly, sometime today, send me your address. I still got to get your address, dear. Okay. Melody, Dawn, 4 feet. Okay, I thought 7 inches was bad. Jaxco is in Europe. Exception, no way do we want 4 feet. Oh, I get it. You don't want to have to go to work. You want legit no work reason. I get it. Oh, there you go. I get it. I get it. She's on the top of the mountain. She lives on the ski slope, next door to the ski slope. Exception. Me too. Except that I have to travel to go over to the grow house. There's 100 people here. I look at my screen, there's really only 40, but I just saw 100 people here. Did you guys notice that? It's legit. We can always say there's 100 people here right now. 5,000 feet Tahoe. So yeah, I had relatives that lived in, what was it? Just outside of Sacramento on the way up to Reno. Yeah. I wish it did 200, but just one like from you will do. There's 100 people here. That's pretty cool. Okay. Melody Dawn, be ready to do your giveaway around 9:30. Okay, you're going to figure out how to do a giveaway for us. Okay, Melody Dawn's in charge today of giving a giveaway. We're going to give away some nice fruit. So I'll show you guys and Melody Dawn once she decides what she wants to do and how. Okay? In the meantime, let's do our quick morning funny. And then I have something else we're going to run by you. Okay, let's do our morning funny.
If lightning hits an orchestra, who's more likely to get hit? The conductor. R.I.P. boiling water. You will be missed. Sarcasm's not going to get you anywhere. They got me to the Sarcasm World Championships in Mexico back in '98. Really? No. My teenage daughter can't decide if she wants to be a hairdresser or a short story writer. I guess she'll have to flip a coin. Heads or tails. As I looked at my naked body in the mirror, I realized I was going to get kicked out of IKEA. Why should you never fight a dinosaur? You get your ass kicked.
IKEA.
I love the way the Earth rotates. It makes my day. I did some financial planning, and it turns out I can retire at 97 and live comfortably for 11 minutes.
Turns out. Okay. Oh, good morning. That's our official start this week. I'm going to just do one quick little dad joke run. Those guys killing me out there. Killing me, I'm telling you. And I don't think I can get copyright killed on that. I don't see it copyrighted. So we can get away with that. Right? My naked body in the mirror. At IKEA. Yeah, they might not let you stay in the store very long. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, those cracked me up. I got to tell you, those completely cracked me up. Let's do this. Okay, you ready? I'm going to do they call them some of the hardest riddles we could find. I looked for a page, said difficult riddles. Don't Google, no Google, no Google. No Google, no Google. All right? No Google, no Google. Just see if you can answer these. I'm going to read a riddle. Let's see who can answer riddles. What is at the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space, the beginning of every end, and the end of every race? What is it? Marriage. Okay, what is it? Nerdy. Nerdy's the brilliant one. The answer is the letter E. The letter E is at the end. It's at the beginning of eternity, E. The end of time and space, E and E. It's the beginning of every end, E. And the end, it's all E's. Good one, Nerdy. Nerdy, that was brilliant. You're brilliant. Okay, you're brilliant. Let's do it this way. Okay? You can ask this question all day long and get completely different answers. Yet all the answers will be correct. What is the question? You can ask this question all day long, get completely different answers. You smarty pantsers out there. You smarty pantsers. King Metro, someone out there is hung up on divorce. What time is it? That's correct. You guys, this said it was hard. This I looked up hard. I looked up most difficult riddles. And then you guys are like, Pops, would you give us one we can't answer? I speak without a mouth, and I hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? I know, Nerdy, I'm embarrassed. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with the wind. What am I? What the heck could I possibly be? If you guys were smarter than the average person, which most of you are, just look at what Paige said. Just look at Paige's answer. Paige got it correct. I'm an echo. I'm an echo. Okay? Don't tell me that was easy. A bunch of you missed that one. Nif, Paige is off the chart. You see a boat filled with people. It has not sunk. But when you look again, you don't see a single person on the boat. Why? You look again, there isn't a single person on the boat. Why? It didn't sink. It's not out of service. Billy T. Billy T's correct. Because everyone on the boat is married. Billy T. That's a pretty good one. It's not a brilliant one, but it's a good one. You can pull that one on someone. Okay? You looked and there wasn't a... First of all, the boat was filled with people. You look away, you look back. You don't see a single person. Okay? Wow, what happened? Okay? Who wants one more? Who wants two more? These aren't bad. Couple more? I can't keep doing these if you guys don't want me to. You guys are going, a couple more, nerdy? Okay, good morning, Holmes. Let's do a couple more then. You guys are saying yes. Two men are in a desert. They both have backpacks on. One of them is dead. And the one who is alive has his backpack open. The one who is dead has his backpack closed. What is in the dead man's backpack? What do you think's in it? One of them's open and he's alive. One of them's dead and it's closed. Was he smuggling cocaine in, Pops? Now, Alan got it. The answer is a parachute. The guy... Yeah, poor guy. Poor guy. You can figure that one out really quick. Okay. I feel sorry for that guy. Okay, wait. Where was I? Good job, Michael. Speaking of Michael Allen, I popped into his show on Sunday. He does an afternoon live feed on Sunday, like what we're doing here, but he's doing it. First, it was so neat to see so many of you guys there. Other people, too, that I didn't recognize who they were because they're, you know, coming from the Michael Allen sphere. But I got to tell you, Michael, congratulations. I think you were just, for the time that I was there, I spent about 45 minutes there. You just charmed me. You were absolutely authentic and charming, and it was beautiful to see. Keep doing that. Keep doing what you're doing, and watch how good you're gonna. I mean, not that you weren't doing well, but you're gonna get so good at it and so comfortable, and everything's just gonna get better and easier, and people like that. Okay, and it's a commitment that you've made to your community and this one. And I think all I can tell you is that I'm extremely, extremely proud of you. Keep going and keep teaching and keep showing the stuff you're showing. Okay? But be careful out there too. Be careful out there. So good job to Michael. And if you guys get a chance, at Michael Allen on Sundays, I don't know exactly what time it was, but I got a notice that he was live, so boop, I popped over there. Okay? Let's do another couple of riddles. I have a head like a cat and feet like a cat, but I am not a cat. What am I? This is terrible. I don't like this one. I have a head like a cat and feet like a cat, but I'm not a cat. What am I? Without Googling, what do you think I am? Does anybody... Okay, I'm gonna keep it live for a minute here. I'm a lion. I'm Fuzzy Slippers. Okay. I see two people have it correct so far. Of course, Paige had it correct. Go look at Paige's answer, and then look at King Metroplex's answer. Two correctos. Good job. You're a kitten. I don't like that one. Is a kitten still a cat? That's like a little bogus. I'm not a cat yet. And you know what? I think I'm throwing that one off of the riddle board. That is like, it's like saying I'm not a dog, I'm a puppy. What? No, I'm not going for that one. You're still a cat. The minute you were born, you were a cat. Okay? I'm gonna write in, I'm arguing with that one. Okay? You're in a dark, this one everybody knows. Everybody in the world knows this one. Okay? Wait, I'm trying to figure out how to say it correctly. I have ears like a dog and tail like a dog, but I'm not a dog. What am I? Duh. Of course I'm a puppy. What else would I be? That is not one on here, by the way. It's not the next one. It's just telling you how silly this is. What am I? Oh, Jesus. Okay, all right. Let's do a real one this time, Pops. I like the people that got it immediately. They were like, Pops, it's out of control. Puppy. And then some people are really trying to answer it. Okay? Some people are like, all right, let's do another one. Okay? Let's do another one. Here we go. You're in a dark room with a candle, a wood stove, and a gas lamp. You only have one match. So which do you light first? Candle, wood stove, and a gas lamp. And you have a match. Which do you light first? Oh. Okay, Greenie. Greenie took it to the second level. Okay. No. You light the match, you goofballs. Of course you light the match. Absolutely light the match. Then Greenie says, next. I didn't ask for the next step, but Greenie goes, and then the candle. Right? Now you got a steady source. Okay? Good way, Greenie. Greenie's 3 steps ahead. Greenie, which one do you do after that? The wood stove or the gas lamp? Greenie, which is next after the candle? The wood stove or the gas lamp? The stove, he says. Herbie's saying the gas. Which is next? The gas lamp or the stove? There's no answer here. I'm just asking you guys. I think I'd go stove. Make sure everything's warm before I worry about lighting a lamp. That's what I think. It depends on if it was dark, actually. We should have asked. If it's dark, of course, we're going to go lamp next. Am I right, Justin White? Okay, but that wasn't one of the next questions. But sincerely, definitely, the candle would be next. All right? That's thinking, Cleanie. So, oh yeah, Sue, matches can burn twice all the time. First you light it, and then, ow, it's 2 burns. Okay, here we go. What is brown and has a tail and a head and no legs? brown, has a head, has a tail, and no legs. Oh, we have a smart one. Jump to the front of the class here. Okay, which one? What do you guys think it is? Why does it have to be something nasty, you guys? Why do you have to go there? What do you think it is? A tail, a head, and no legs. You guys are right. A penny. A penny. Jolie Cantor said it first. Boop, she was like right there. Can you imagine that it cost, what did they say the other day? It cost 3.7 cents to make 1 penny. 3.7 cents to make 1 penny. What? Are you serious? So I did a little research. I did. Brock and I did. We were like, that's crazy. Nickels cost 12 cents. Cost 12 cents to make a nickel. What? Are you serious? But then, if you factor in how much it costs to make a dime and how much it costs to make a quarter, I forget the numbers off the top of my head, but they're less than the quarter to make it, and it costs less than a dime to make the dime. If you take all 4 of them, you just make 1 of each, for example. I think the numbers came out to like 32 cents to make 40 cents worth of coins. But you had to factor in, you had to average in the quarters and the dimes to make the pennies and the nickels profitable. Something like that. Personally, I don't think it's going to be, I don't mind getting rid of the penny, to be honest, but the problem is, won't everything just get rounded up? Like, what if it was $1.66? You think they're going to say, oh, I'll make it $1.65, sir? It's going to be automatic $1.70. Everything will be automatically rounded up. Am I right? Except for maybe Pop's page, I might round down. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Everything's going to get rounded up. We'll lose at least 4 cents on every transaction. No, that's silly to say. But you can lose easily 4 cents on a transaction. You're never rounding down, Matthew. You're only rounding up. Okay? All right. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. And then we got to go to school. We got to go to class. Okay? You guys ready? Justin, fuzzy feet means you need better FAE. You need better airflow. Fuzzy feet is a buildup of CO2 in your chamber that you're growing. So you need to get more airflow. You need that CO2 to express itself, and you need fresh air to replace it. And the better you can work on your FAE, the less fuzz you'll have. Some strains are a little fuzzy to begin with, but that's not sincerely normal. And it's not bad. It's not going to kill your mushroom or anything, but you're just not going to get the high quality shroom you want. Okay? So it's an FAE problem, typically. All right. Usually, I don't know. It depends on where you get your genetics, and I would check with your genetic provider and see does that particular shroom have that he was setting you up with? Is it known to be fuzzy? Anyways, good question, and I saw that flash by. Here's our final riddle for today. Okay, you ready? A cowboy rides into town on Friday. He stays 3 days, and then he rides out of town on Friday. How did he do it? How? How is that even possible? Time machine. It's got to be a time machine. You guys are like, you know what? I looked up. I'm done with the internet. I looked up the most difficult. It said I looked up most difficult riddles. These are the ones they gave me. And look at you guys. Pops, his horse is named Friday. I know, you're right. That wasn't hard at all. There wasn't one thing hard about that. I apologize to you. I did a bad search. We'll get back. That was terrible. It's actually a pretty good riddle. Until you've, especially if you've heard them before. Okay, internet has run dry. Matthew, yep. That's it. There's no more new information on the internet. Excuse me. That was my attempt at stumping you guys, but I couldn't stump a single one of you. It wasn't in me. Okay? Let's go to class. We're going to go to class. Ready? I got our the newsletter, the tricycle newsletter for this week. And great articles as usual. I haven't read them all yet. But there's two that I want to talk about particularly. At the end of, hey, Melody Dawn, are you out there? Melody, do you have a giveaway for us? Do your giveaway, Melody. Por favor. Do your giveaway. I'm going to do one too, right now. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Give me a number between 1 and 50. The first person to get it that I see on my screen, you can put up to 3 numbers at one time on your line. You can put up to 3 numbers at one time. And the first person to get it, what is that number? Okay, there we go. Let me see. I'll be sending a fruit and some micro cap to you. I'm looking for the first person with the number. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you guys were paying attention before we go to class. I'm glad to see you guys are all paying attention here. Okay? That's okay, Melody. I'll take care of it today. And there are no rules. You were supposed to make it. Whatever you wanted to do was going to be good. All right? But we'll get it, so I don't really put you on the spot. I'll do this, and I'm going to do one more at the end of today. Okay? I still haven't seen the number. I'm still waiting. You can put up to 3. Go ahead and shoot off some more numbers. You can put up to 3 of them at one time on your line. And then as soon as I see the number, I'll tell you who won, and I'll show you the fruits of your labor. Get it? And then we'll go to class. I'm waiting. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting. Have not seen that number. Is it that hard to find this number out of 50? Ismael Barraza Villegas. Ismael Barraza Villegas. 26. He said 26. Ismael, very quickly, are you in the United States? That's all I want to know. In the United States? Real quick. Ismael. I had a great friend named Ismael. Great name. He's a super hard worker. Ismael Barraza Villegas. Send your address to me at the Detroit mushlab.net. There's a website. Scroll to the bottom of that website. Herbie just put it up there. And send me your address. I'll be sending you this piece of fruit, this big bomb, and a 10-pack. Okay? I'm going to be sending you this. Let's see real quick. How much does that sucker weigh? What do you guys think? How much do you think that weighed? You guys gotta keep your skills up. You gotta keep your skills up, right? I'll wait till you guys get a couple of guesses. We're gonna show Ismail. We're sending him this. And these are Ghost, 200 milligram. You guys had some real good guesses in there. Look how close Michael Patterson is. So this and this. Boop. Send that off to Ishmael. And send me your address, bro, and I'll get that mailed off to you. And then we're going to do one more giveaway before we're done here today. Okay? Doc, I got you covered. Send me your address so it reminds me. Doc, I got you covered. Send me your address so it reminds me. Okay? I can't do anything until I see an address, and that starts the whole process here. All right, here we go. So long to the long COVID. In December, Oxford University Press named brain rot as the word of the year. I remember that. I remember when I was thinking, what a weird word of the year. Even though I forget what the runners-up were, it was weird. This was a weird word year. Never mind that brain rot is actually 2 words, but it was named the word of the year. As entertaining as it is to see an elite institution such as the Oxford University Press pander to TikTok doom scrollers, we're going to focus on a related term, brain fog. Brain fog. Not familiar with it? Try asking someone with long COVID. It's a condition that affects around 400 million people worldwide, and there's no obvious cure. Now, here's the good news. Scientists think they know what causes long COVID. And in a new paper, they say we should be looking at psychedelics as a possible treatment. It all comes down to serotonin. While most people know serotonin as the happy brain chemical, 95% of our body, the supply in our body, actually lives in our gut and our blood platelets. It's where it helps regulate everything from immunity to inflammation. Serotonin. It's not just the brain juice, but it's throughout all of our immune system. And COVID wreaks havoc on your serotonin. It's one of the things that it's attacking and wreaking havoc on. So, according to the researchers, here's how psychedelics might help fix the damage. Energy boost. They could restore serotonin levels that COVID knocked out of whack in both the brain and body. Brain repair. They promote neuroplasticity, which could bring back some of the cognitive function, as well as that lost sense of smell a lot of people are experiencing. Immune reboot. The anti-inflammatory effects might calm overactive immune responses. Lasting relief. Unlike other treatments, the benefits could stick around after you take them. Now, we should mention that most of this is theoretical right now and still in research. So far, there have been some case reports in medical literature, but the science makes sense, especially since SSRIs, which also work on serotonin, are already showing promise for long COVID. So, if some Sigma researchers with Riz want to follow up with clinical studies, that would be based, and that's not the brain rot talking. It's not brain rot. It's brain fog we were worrying about there. That's pretty cool. I think the more we see, the more we research, and the more we apply these things that we're learning, you're going to see, I already said, by the year 2030, there's going to be major difference in the way we're using psychedelics for so many different therapies. It's just because we're just starting to figure out how it's working. We were in the dark ages for 30 or 40 years, just stopped researching it altogether. And the research is just getting started up again, right? So, this is neat. There's something neat going on in Colorado. There's something neat going on in Colorado. And it's not just Colorado. There's 7 other states. There's 7 other states that have done this. And I think it's pretty interesting. 2025 seems well on its way to becoming the year of the mushroom in Colorado, with psilocybin rollout already underway. But this is a different mushroom story. State lawmakers are working to declare an official state mushroom. You guys want to have your own state mushroom. You know, like there's a state bird, there's state flower, and there's state flag, there's state everything. Not everything. You guys get you want your own state mushroom. Now, is that cool or wait a minute? That's pretty cool. And the neat part about it is how they're doing it. They've gotten this youth group together, and they're saying, we're going to teach you guys a legislative process, how we can introduce this and make it a state something. So these kids are learning how to do it as a project, how to introduce something to the state assembly, and it's a bill, and to show how the legislative process works. Now, okay, I'm good with that. Representative, Jacqueline Phillips is sponsoring the bill HB 1091 in an effort to show students from her district how the legislative process works. She visited the politics club at Horizon High School and got an earful about the need to name a state mushroom. For them to see actually how a bill gets passed firsthand, that's the piece I love, Phillips said. Students from the club were at the Capitol Monday for the bill's first hearing. 9th grader Delilah Viano told lawmakers she was excited to participate in something that could affect the whole state. I don't really have a personal connection to mushrooms because all I've seen are those on the store shelf, she says. But we think mushrooms are pretty cool, especially the weird-looking ones, because they look really funny. She noted that the emperor mushroom, that's the one that Colorado is picking, the emperor mushroom, she noted that it looks like a toasted marshmallow, where everybody goes camping in the mountains. On a more serious note, students testified that having a state mushroom might lead teachers to include more information about fungi and their role in the environment in their curricula without costing the state any more money. Colorado currently has 4 official symbols from the plant kingdom and 8 from the animal kingdom. Naming an official mushroom would add a 3rd kingdom of life to the parade of states' symbols. Because we know it's not an animal, and we know it's not a plant. They're going, boom, we're recognizing that 3rd class. Give you a little more information. The bill notes that the Agaricus Julius is sometimes referred to as the emperor. The nickname is a nod to the fact that Agaricus Julius was not identified as a separate species in Colorado until 2016. Before then, mycologists had thought it was a variety of Agaricus augustus, which was nicknamed the Prince. So this Prince, it was originally called the Prince, this mushroom, and it got promoted to an emperor. Some qualities that push the Agaricus Julius to the forefront of the pack when it comes to naming an official Colorado mushroom are that it's edible. This is going to be a really cool part coming up. It's recognizable. You can clearly tell what it is. And it's a natural fire mitigation. It's a saprotropic fungus, meaning it naturally decomposes plant material in the forest. These will naturally decompose things that are going to catch on fire. So we plant these in certain areas and in zones to help keep the undergrowth in the forest down. Andrew Wilson, an associate curator of mycology at the Denver Botanical Gardens, said researchers have been working on the potential usage of mushrooms to keep forest fires safe. There are several projects and several researchers around the state trying to figure out ways to deploy fungi so that they can speed up the composting process of excess woody debris that might lead to catastrophic forest fires. Agaricus Julius, specifically, is a wood decomposing fungus. It's a litter decayer, or it helps recycle all of this excess carbon left over by dead woody debris. The Colorado State Joint, I'm almost done. The Colorado State Joint Mushroom Committee is backing the effort to recognize the emperor mushroom with a petition. States across the nation are starting to recognize fungi and mushrooms in their state emblems. It's time for Colorado to be part of that movement. If the bill passes, this was the part that fascinated me. You ready? Don't Google, no Google, no Google, no Google. No Google. No Google, be impeccable. If the bill passes, Colorado will be only the 8th state to declare an official state mushroom. That means there's 7 other states. That means there's 7 other states that have, that have mushrooms, official mushrooms. Can you name a couple? Tell me try to name a couple. What states do you think would have its own? Already they've decided. These guys, they already did it. What states do you guys think have their own mushroom? Jesse, you're right. That one surprised me. Jesse's right about Texas has one. I would think, come on, Texas? You got to be kidding me. Conservo Texo? But Texas has one. The Texas has, it's called the Devil's Cigar or the Texas Star. It's a Chorioastis Geester. What do you think about that? Did you guys know that? It's got a double cigar. That's pretty neat. The Texas Star. I had no idea. I'm sitting there going, oh, how neat. Oh, neat. Colorado, you're doing it. You're doing it. And there's like 7 other states have already done it. It's like, I think the first one is in 2019, something like that. It's a new trend. It's a new idea, but it's catching on. I'll tell you the 7. California. It has the golden chanterelle. The golden chanterelle. Illinois. Illinois? Illinois has the puffball. Illinois, puffball. Good morning, Amanda. Minnesota. Minnesota, you guys caught the good one. A morel. I was wrong. It says right here, it named the state mushroom in 1984. 1984, Minnesota was like, we're doing the morel. Oregon. Oregon. The state fungus is Cantharellus formosus. Texas, I already told you. Utah. They don't say the one for Utah, but Utah. Utah has a mushroom. And finally, get out of here, Vermont. Vermont has an official mushroom. The bear's head tooth. It was named the state mushroom in 2024. It's a white, long-toothed mushroom that's indigenous to Vermont. So, what do you guys think about that? Actually, it's super cool. It's like, I want every state to have its own mushroom. We got to come up with 50 of them, though, right? Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. I think I'm going to do that other giveaway now because we have a reading for today that dovetails into yesterday's, and we have to get that going. So, pretty interesting, huh? We talked about state mushrooms today, and we talked about long COVID and serotonin. Let's do it again. Give me a number between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. You can put up to 3 of them at one time on a line. Give me a number between 1 and 50. All right, I'm looking at the screen. And remember, my screen goes at slightly different speeds because of lags, etc. So I'm watching closely to see who's got that number. Okay, I'm waiting. This one, Melody Dawn, would have been given away. She's a nice lady. 100 people. Boom. 100 people. New to the game, and he's in the game. 47. The answer was a 47. 100 people. 100 people. You're in the United States, and you're over 18. 100 people. Thank you, Melody. 100 people. I told you guys 100 people were here today. Was here. Is here. 100 people. 100 people. Tell us that you're in the United States and that you're over 18. I'm waiting on that. Michigan, good. Good, all right, bro. Michigan, fellow Michigander. All right, send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net. That's a website, excuse me. Scroll to the bottom of the website. There's a way to email me. Boop, send me an email with your address and remind me what your name was on YouTube so I can pair up the prize with it. What did he win? He won this guy right here. This rather large fellow. Okay? It's a rather funny looking little fellow. Let's just put it on the scale. Let's just put it on the old scale-a-roo. The scale that's lasted 100 years. Okay? Don't you love it? How many times do you think Pops has pushed that button? I've cleaned this thing, wiped it off. It doesn't matter. It just gets right. Boop. There you go. We'll be sending that one off to you. All right? So if you can get me your address, we'll get that sent to you. That scale has sincere history, let me tell you. That scale's been servicing the population for 4 years. I swear I was going to get rid. I actually tried to use a different one, and I'm like, what? My ego's worrying about what it looks like to you guys. I was like, it just isn't like, pristine. I was like, ego. All right, just use it until it doesn't work anymore. Remember yesterday we were talking about surrendering control? Do you remember that? The scale of felonies. Oh, if that scale could talk, right, Billy D? We were surrendering control. We're in the book, The Magic of Surrender, page 86. And this is going to take about 10 minutes to read this story. That's a sort of a parable or an example that you can't help but appreciate it. You really can't. I learned a surrender lesson in the Indian train stations. India. Can you imagine if do you think things run on time, on time necessarily in some of those countries? Some little glitch in a system could hold the whole thing up for a while. The trains in India are never on time. They arrive when they arrive, and it is rarely at the scheduled time. Until I realized this, I would show up at the platform 30 minutes before the designated departure time, my eyes on the horizon, expecting to see the train approaching at any time. Maybe it was my sense of punctuality. Maybe it was I had places to go and things to see, a schedule to keep. But there was no train. Why wasn't a train here? When would it come? What's wrong with this country? Why can't things just show up on time? Have you ever felt that way about things in your life? Not country necessarily, but what's wrong? Where is it? How come? When? And you ever been, be honest, have you ever been that guy or gal? Maybe it wasn't a train station. Maybe you're waiting for a package. Maybe it's you at a red light. Maybe it's you in line. Maybe it's, you sent something and you're having an expectation that they're going to do something back. You ever been that guy? Boop. I think all of us have. There was no train. Why can't things just show up on time? Oh, how I suffered on those train platforms. Sweating, pacing, stewing in my thoughts about why this should not be happening. One night, my train was scheduled to leave at 9 p.m. I was planning to get my sleep on the train. I was tired after a long day. I looked at my watch, and I'd already been waiting an hour. I heard announcements over the loudspeaker, but I didn't understand the language. I looked around me. The platform was swarmed with people, surrounding me with sounds and smells and sights in all directions, like a colorful carnival. But I noticed that no one else was anxiously pacing. Instead, they seemed to be at peace. I turned to my left, and I saw this family of 7 sitting on the ground. They had laid out a blanket and arranged a spread of Indian food. They were eating and chatting and laughing. They seemed so happy as though they were in heaven. And here I was in hell. When I traveled to India, I wanted to understand what it meant to surrender. And it was as though India was smiling at me and saying, "Are you sure you want to learn? Are you sure you want to surrender? Okay, here we go. Let's start with a 9-hour train delay." No, that's not exactly what I meant. I wanted like a blissful movie moment on a mountaintop with a monk. I want that too. We don't always get to choose what the lesson is or how the lesson shows up, but we can determine how we go about learning it. and whether we actually get the message. I'm about halfway through. Around midnight, I had been waiting 3 hours and I couldn't believe it. I hated India and its inability to be predictable. I finally walked up to a man who was reading a newspaper and drinking some chai. "Excuse me, but do you know when the train will come?" He looked at me amused. Deep down, he probably thought I was crazy. Was he some sort of an oracle that could look into the future? No one had a crystal ball to know when the train would show up. Instead, he folded up his newspaper neatly and he said, "The train comes when it comes." I looked at him in frustration, as if to say, "Thanks a lot." But he continued, "Sometimes on time is not always on time. Your timing is not always divine timing. When things are delayed, don't think that you're late. Everything has its own timing." He then turned back to his newspaper as if to say, "Lesson complete." But I knew in front of me, through this man, life was speaking to me. We struck up a conversation. His name was Amir. He was middle-aged and he lived in Mumbai. We're still friends to this day. Because Amir opened my eyes to see the resistance to life was creating my own reality. Heaven or hell, happiness or frustration. The choice was mine. As we talked, Amir gestured to those around me. The family had long ago packed up their picnic. They had shifted around their luggage, snuggled up against it, and gone to sleep. You see, they are at peace. They have accepted the train is not here. By resisting this fact, you only suffer, he said. But when you accept it, then you can respond appropriately. He shifted on the bench, making himself more comfortable. They trust the train will show up eventually. Until then, they're enjoying the moment. They will eat, sleep, laugh, and be together. Why don't you do the same? Stressing is a waste of the moment, and it won't make the train show up any sooner. He put down his chai and invited me to sit down next to him. You can't control when the train is going to show up. What you can control is what you do on the platform and how you live the moments as you wait. How you meet each moment of your life and how you relate to those around you. I invite you to embrace what's happening as it's happening. Heaven or hell is not outside of you on the platform. It's in your mind. It's not about where you are out there, but where you are in here, he said as he gently tapped my forehead. He smiled. Freedom is an inside job. Welcome to the Indian train station. I was in awe at the simple wisdom that he had shared with me. The more I embraced it, the more the train station transformed. It morphed from a place of suffering into a temple of wisdom. The more I let go and allowed things to be the beauty of the moment, which had been there all along, now being revealed to me. We sat and talked all night, and time flew by. And when the train finally did arrive, 9 hours later, I didn't want to leave. We think that everything needs to happen on our timetable, and we suffer when things don't. True freedom comes when you realize that surrendering control of what is not in your control transforms your relationship with life itself. Welcome to the Indian train station. We'll continue to talk about surrendering control and learning that these situations that we're going to run into, we're doing it because we still need lessons. We're still learning lessons. He'd have known, if he'd have already learned that lesson, he would have spent 9 hours on the train, on the platform without a problem. So we keep running into situations until we learn the lesson, and then we can move on and we stop experiencing that. But until we learn the lesson, we keep getting visited by the universe. We keep getting teachers thrown at us. Great story right there. Great story. This guy writes it so simply and so beautifully. And we can relate, right? Would you guys go have a wonderful day? Go have a beautiful day. Have the day be as beautiful as your soul is, which is beauty in and of itself. So tap into that. 4 things: being impeccable. We're not taking things personal. We are definitely not having expectations because we have clear and concise communications, and we'll do our best. Today may be different than tomorrow, but it's still going to be your best. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Derek Anderson. I love my Derek Anderson guy. Jesus Christ in Australia. Sue Littlemeyer and Cleany and Niffrey. And Marcus, thank you, my friend. And Nerdy. And Kimberly Bolden. Good one, huh, Free? Love you, man. Anthony T all day. Nerdy and Karma Doc. And then Billy D. And Free and HB. And Herbie Von Wermika Bop. And Niffy and Rodman. You're welcome. And Evil and Derek Anderson and Kimberly. And Sarah Bear and Billy D and Bud. And Cleany and Exception. And Marcus, peace out, Doc. Uncle Paulie, I'm glad to see you here today. Cat Meow, Zilla Shy Introvert. Jesus Christ, and Ishmael, thank you. Paige, thank you. Trent and Laura, have a divine day. Saska Mojo, Nerd, Niffy, Sarah Bear, Calico Kid, and West Smoky, Kimberly, Herbie, Jay Hurst, and Croaky Pilar. 100 people are here today. Is here. 100. There's 100 people here today. How's that? Jesus Christ and Pacers and Trippy and Michael Allen and Green Table and Classic and Jay Hurst and Notorious, Michael Shanti Patterson, Nerdy and Hurst, Jay Hurst and Kimberly and Pilar, Justin White, John Zook, Cleany Growy, Classic and Michael and Nerdy and Exception. And I'm sorry what happened with Kim. What's going on? I'm having a hard day putting my mom. I'm sorry, Kim. Sincerely sorry. Okay. I don't know. It's not really going to work like this, but I'll have good positive thoughts for you today, babe. All right. You guys go love each other. See you here tomorrow. Same much time, same much channel. Have a great day.